I posted the reason why we got a heat wave here in Michigan. It seemed like there was a certain solar cheetah that was taking all the sunshine, and our house got really, 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 really warm. Um, yeah, it's actually 47 degrees here right now at 8 o'clock. That's the cause of a cheetah. Um, and to anybody out there who's getting rained on or snowed on, we apologize. Apologize. All right, so we are here with model Kait Estrella. She will be here in about 15 minutes or so. And we are going to talk to her about her life and her career. Um, it's going to be very interesting to talk with her. She's also appeared on many covers of many magazines. And I mentioned that it's going to be interesting to talk to because I went to the library today, as I normally do on a Tuesday. And where we sit at, there's two rows of magazines, one on one side and one on the other side. And they are rapidly declining. Uh, Magazines as we know it just don't seem to be holding on very much. It's going to be very interesting to see how that affects the world of modeling, because that's where a lot of the top-notch models get their fame from, is from magazines. Not so much video, but magazines. And It's going to be interesting to see what the future is going to hold for that industry. And it's really strange. It was, there was like 16 or 18 holes where magazines used to be at, but the library either is no longer carrying that subscription, or the magazine is gone. Um, it's interesting, and not necessarily in a good way either. Um, Definitely want to say thank everybody for coming out last Sunday afternoon. We had a absolute blast with our good friend Rick Mellon, and of course Chris Annabelle from the movie One Night Rental. Had an absolutely fun time with those two gentlemen. Fantastic interview, and thank you so much for supporting that. Also, you guys are really been rocking it out for the Mitch Lang and Jeanette Netherland interview as well. Thank you again for that. I really, really do appreciate that. Um, this week's going to be fun. This week's going to be fun. We are, hey, it's Star Lord, the mighty Star Lord in the house. One of the Guardians of the Galaxy, by the way. Um, yeah, we have a beautiful girl for our guest tonight. Kait Estrella will be here. We'll be talking to her in about 10 minutes or so. Tomorrow night, we are scheduled to talk to Brandon Crum. On Thursday, we are going to be celebrating the birthday of one of our very favorite actresses, Morgan Malam will be here. Happy birthday to you, John. Her husband's birthday is today, so I want to say happy birthday to John. Uh, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, didn't the Guardians of the Galaxy sort of save Thor? Just saying. Um, so yeah, Morgan's husband John, his birthday is today, and then on Thursday it's Morgan's birthday, and we'll have her here at 8 o'clock. Very very surprised at that, to tell you the truth. But she says she wanted to come on and celebrate her birthday with us. We had such a fun time with her, and we do have a little bit of surprise for her. I can't wait to spring it on her. And she will be here on Thursday, 8 o'clock. And then Friday, we'll be back one more time as we will be talking to actor Korn Nemec. He will be here. Korn has done so many cool things. He's done The Stand. He's done Parker Lewis Can't Lose. He's done one of my favorite movies, a creature feature that I reviewed called Sea Beast. uh, and among many other fun sci-fi channel movies. And he gives us some gravitas in those movies. It's a lot of fun for me when I watch a movie when they have a skilled actor or two in there. And with Sea Beast, not only is it Korn Nemec, but it also is Camille Sullivan. who's done a few of those sci-fi movies as well. So we got that. We got that. We also Corn also starred in Stargate SG-1, a witch. Now, how's this for fate? So I don't have any Stargate. I didn't have any Stargate at all, none. Right? Didn't have anything. Go to the library today. The last 2 weeks of the library, it's been absolutely zero, zero. Go to the library today. Not only did I find season 9 of Stargate SG-1 on a factory sealed, but I also found a movie that they did after the show had ended called The Ark of Truth. So in one day, I went from having zero Stargate in my collection to a movie and a season. Um, I do believe Stargate is very much like Star Trek for the fans. Because I've never run across it. I have never run across a single season of Stargate, not one. And there was Stargate SG-1, I think Stargate Atlantis, and I want to say there was one more, but I have never run across any of those. Now I do have a couple seasons of Sanctuary with Amanda Topping on it, but that's not Stargate. So, but Korn also starred in he also starred in 2 seasons of Stargate SG-1. So, so we'll be talking to Korn on Friday night at 8 o'clock. Pretty damn excited for it too. And speaking of that, I got to give a shout out to my main man JT, the Nat, over at JT's Films Discussions. Um, if you haven't heard this, you haven't seen it yet, and we'll drop a link in here in a little bit here. But JT got to interview Alex Vincent from the Child Play movies. He got Alex Vincent on his channel. It was really early, 10 a.m. Eastern time, but he had him on. Um, yes, me too, Star Lord. Now I did see that. I did see the classic Stargate movie, and yes. And then when it went on to become a series, I watched it too. I watched it when it was a series. It used to air up late at night, and I used to watch it then. But that is hard to find. Um, I it's weird. It's really weird. In fact, I say Star Trek. I have more Star Trek than I do Stargate, which is a sort of weird right there. But I do. I have more Star Wars as far as series and seasons than I do Stargate, and I think that's just. I think it speaks to the collector. I think because a friend of mine pinged me on Facebook. He says I have all the Stargate DVDs. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. He still has them. And I think a lot of people tend to keep series like that. I think science fiction fans, fantasy fans, I think they tend on to hold on to their collections a lot more than the average moviegoer. The ones that throw up action and adventure or history or anything else like that. I think the one genre that people hold on to tightly um, has been science fiction fantasy. Um, yeah, you just don't see it out there. You just don't. Um, so that's pretty cool. Hey, Joshua, how are you? Let's see what else happened today. Oh, Toby Keith died today of stomach cancer. Me and the Cheetah, we marked the event by playing Dixie Chicks all day long. Those in the know what I'm saying when I'm saying that when I play Dixie Chicks all night all day long to mark the occasion. Um, Sort of mean. Screw it. I did it, and I love the Chicks. Um, hey Drew, how are you? How are you? The main man, the view with Drew in the house. Yeah. So that's what now happened today. Um, Working on Women in Entertainment Month in March. So you guys have been around for the show for 2 years. Also, those who've been around for 2 years knows that every March I try to do Women in Horror Month, right? So trying to book Women in Horror Month has been my most artist challenge. It is the hardest thing for me to do to try to do Women in Horror Month. Last year, you guys were with me. You guys saw it looked more like a checkerboard or a chessboard than it did. My calendar did than it did. Scheduling the shows. I was crossing off so many names and moving so many pieces around. It was crazy. Uh, all right, Drew just crushed 800. Yes, that's right. That's right. 800. I know a lot of people are hitting milestones. I finally got unfrozen, Drew. My channel got unfrozen. I was stuck at 1303 for a damn near a month. Damn near a month. I got nailed there. Got crushed. Couldn't move at all. And I know people were subbing to me because they were saying they were subbing to me, but YouTube would not let me move past 1303. But now I'm back up to 1314. So they've let me breathe a little bit. So hopefully we'll start getting some new subs in here soon. Of course, I need to get out a little bit more too. I've been sort of like underneath the radar as far as visiting people's pages or whatnot. And speaking of that, I will be. I will be. I should have mentioned this. I will be on the road on Saturday. Saturday, I will be on the road. I'll be here. I'll be here. Um, I'll be heading over to the pond on Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern time, 7 o'clock UK time. I'll be joining Mike from Did You See That? We're going to be doing a watch party for the Spaghetti Man, and that will be a lot of fun. I have not been on a movie watch with Mike yet, but I got invited to go over there and check that out, and I said I would be happy to. I love the name of the movie. Yeah, I was too, Star Lord. I mean, it was like I was at 13, like I was like at 1325, and then they knocked me all the way down to like 1280. I was like 1288, 1287. And now since then I've back I've been I don't know what happened. They said they were just clearing off dead accounts, but nobody else was getting cleared like I was. And then it was just a dogfight just to try to get back to where I was. I'm still 11 short of where I was before this whole thing happened. Yeah, that was no fun. No fun. Um, oh man, okay, so for you wrestling fans out there, okay. I don't know how many of you guys follow Stone Cold Steve Austin's Instagram account. Hopefully you guys do, the Broken Skull Ranch. So so Steve got himself a cat recently, a cat named Poncho. I swear to God, it's the most amazing thing. Everybody loves Poncho. It's amazing. I think he's stunned by it. I think he's stunned to see all the people rushing out to comment on that. It's amazing. It's a cute black and white cat named Poncho. Um, that's what I heard, Star Lord. I heard sometimes they go around and they'll clear off all the bots. Yeah, they'll clear off all the bots of dead accounts. But I don't know anybody else that happened to as far as that goes. Now I have seen other people with subscription freeze. Jim from Now It's Dark, his account got froze for almost it seemed like for almost a whole damn year. He hit 1,000, and then they knocked him down all the way down to 919, 920. He could not get past 1,000 again to save his life. It was really really bad, but they finally broke it open, and now his channel's just flying. Greetings, Echo. Greetings. Um, okay. I have a backup account too, a little backup account. I don't really do much with it. In fact, the only thing I really put on it is I put on the IFC show on it. That's all I do really. I just put that on there. But let's see. Yeah, like I said, I also went to the library today. Um, The last 2 weeks at the library was absolutely. Last week we got crushed with snow. We had a 5-inch snowstorm hit our house, so hit our area. So that kept me at home. But there was nothing there because my reseller friend told me. The week before that, it was absolutely dry. I picked up four. I picked up four, actually three. I picked up three movies, and only and one I got as a duplicate. But this week I went and the doorbell just rang. Doorbell just rang. So please help me welcome in our lovely guest tonight, model Kait Estrella. So let's go get her.
Hi.
Hello, hello, hello. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
Good, good. I was looking behind you to see if your cat was going to make a cameo appearance today.
No, I'm actually in the other room. This is like the only good room with lighting, and as you can see, it's not very good.
I love your cat. I saw the picture of your kitty on your Facebook page. He's fluffy.
Yeah. I think you're thinking of the one. I think you're thinking of the one that just passed away, but I do have another one.
Was it the black and white one or black and gray one that passed?
Yeah. His name was
Oh,
Ollie.
oh, he was very handsome. He was handsome.
He was such a good boy. He just all he wanted was love.
It looks like he got it.
Oh my
I
god.
mean,
Yeah. Yeah. He did.
yeah, he looked very like, yeah, look at me. I'm catwalking her. He's probably the first cat I've ever seen the catwalk while laying down.
Yeah.
Um, modeling fun. I like talking to models. Models are fun because they have so many fun stories to tell.
Oh yeah.
The experiences and what have you. Before you came on, I was talking a little bit about yourself, and you've been on several magazine covers and whatnot. And I was saying how I go to the library. I go to my library once a week, and they have two big magazine racks, one on one side of the room and one on the other side. And it's magazines are slowly disappearing.
Yeah, everything is so internet now. Um, I mean, you can get like digital copies, but
Yeah,
as for like, you have to really like ask the person who like made the magazine, the owner. You have to really like ask them like, "Hey, can I actually have like a physical copy of this?"
right.
Yeah.
That's the world of modeling is changing even as we speak because magazines are pretty much the cutting ground. I mean,
Yeah.
what's more important to a model to walk the walkway of a fashion show or to appear in a magazine? I would think the magazine would be more important because it's more exposure.
Yeah, you definitely get more exposure, and you also like meet a lot more people. Um and like I've only walked down like one runway, and like I didn't even make it cuz I was too short.
Uh-huh.
So, but I would much rather be in a magazine.
Do they still do that? Do they? I thought that disappeared with the era of the supermodel. I thought they got rid of height requirement. Now it's just absolutely whether you own the walkway or not. And so there are people still they're sort of dinosaur like as far as height goes.
Well, this was also like I was 15. So, like I got like scouted, and my mom was like, "All right, we'll go to Boston. We'll see how it goes." And they wanted like $3,000 for me to start out, and my mom was like, "We can't do that."
Wait a minute, who's this with?
I Oh my god, so I was like
It was
15.
it was it was like Casablancas, was it?
No, I don't even think they're like, I'm not even sure if they're like
I know they
legit
were notorious.
anymore.
I knew they were notorious for that pay to play. Wow,
Cause
$3,000.
yep,
Why do they want you to pay 3,000? I thought they would be paying you $3,000.
that's what my mom said. My mom was like, "So you want her? You scouted her? You?" Because they went to the mall, and I was in the mall and I was stopped, and she gave me like a card and stuff like that. And my mom was like, we have to be careful, because even back then you have to be careful. And so she like looked it up and made sure, and she's like, no, this is a legit place. Do you want to be a model? And I was like, yeah. So obviously, but we got there. I auditioned. They really liked me, and then they were like, okay, so just write a check for 3,000 and we'll get her all set. And my mom was like, no.
Oh my God, that's insane. That is
Yeah.
insane. Like, I know, like I said, I know John Casablancas. I know they used to do that. That used to do that shit too. They used to stand there in the mall, in the malls, and they sit there and they do that. You know, oh hey, you come over here. That
Mhm.
male and female. The only thing that was really like a requirement was if they were like skinny, like they weren't gonna call over someone like me who's fat. You know, just like, hey, come over here, you can be a supermodel. No, they weren't gonna do that, but they always went after the young, attractive male and females, and they would do that. Say, we make you a model, and they would pitch that. Now I'm not sure if they're even around or anything, but I do know that yeah, back then they used to do that in Southern California. Um, wow, this just blows my mind. 5 minutes into the show, and our minds are blown already. We're off to a great start. Um, so your mom is very, very sharp, obviously.
Yep.
Yeah. So how old were you? How old were you when you did get into the business, and what led you there? I mean, most 15-year-olds, they're thinking rock and roll, they're thinking actor or actress, or writer. How did you decide that you want to become a model?
Well, I mean, like, so like my modeling didn't start when I was 15. It was basically just like I tried out, and then like they liked me, but I couldn't come up with the 3,000. So then I kind of just like put that on the back burner, because I was like, okay, so everything I do now is just going to be like $3,000 if I want to try to be a model. So my mom was like, let's not do that. And I was like, okay. And then, funny story, this is actually how I became a model. Um, Hopefully no one involved is watching right now, but
Well,
my
obviously, not really. We want everybody to watch right now.
um well, yeah, I know, but like hopefully not. Like, I don't think my ex-boyfriend would watch it.
Mm.
Uh my ex-boyfriend cheated on me with an Abercrombie model, and basically kind of wanted to get revenge. And I didn't think it was gonna like be a thing that I liked, because I thought I was just like, I'm just gonna like get revenge. And then I was like, oh, I really like this.
Well,
So
I like the fact you're going to get revenge.
yeah.
That's our kind of girl right there. Now
Yeah.
that's the kind of girl that makes squad leader.
Yeah.
All right, that's 10 bonus points to the chat. 10 points to the chat. If they can tell me which movie that is from, if they can tell me the movie that they're from that I just quoted on, you get 10 extra bonus points. And Stephen Chang says he is here. He's happy to be here. He was a little worried about his internet might not be working too much, but he is here. And yep. Let's see. Uh, oh, the quote, Larry. Hell yeah, brother. The quote I said was, "That's the kind of girl that makes squad leader," and that is indeed comes from Starship Troopers. All right.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. So, well, yeah. Well, you just already showed us that you're a badass. You're gonna get revenge. Now, were you 15 when this happened, or were you a little older?
No. So that that wasn't like when I was 15.
Oh, okay.
I think I was, so that was 2011, and I'm gonna be 33 in March.
Okay.
So I also have dyscalculia, so I can't do math very well. I think I was around, I don't know, someone help me out. I literally can't do math. It's so
Oh,
bad.
it's 13 years. It's from 2024 to 2011.
Yeah.
That's 13.
Okay. So then I was like 20. Yeah, because it's 2020. I was like 20 to 21.
Okay.
And that was when I decided, hey, like, I'm pretty upset about this situation. Like, I didn't tell him. I was like, hey, I'm gonna become a model because you cheated on me. But I was just like, I think I'm gonna do something about this. And I had a photographer friend. I actually want to like shout her out right now. Kate Melody.
All
Um,
right.
she started everything for me. Basically, she did my first shoot um for free, like just to like get me out there. It was so kind of her. Such a good
How
person.
how does she make the how does she make that comfortable for you? Because was this your first time
Mhm.
in front of the camera? So this is your first pro shoot. Boy,
Yeah.
I bet did you have butterflies?
I was so nervous. So it was actually like it wasn't that far from me. It was like kind of it was like right down the road from me. So it's not like I had to like go anywhere super far. So I was like, but I was really nervous to be like in front of the camera. And you can kind of tell, like, obviously from then to now, it's just like night and day. But
Yeah.
because I'm just so used to being in front of a camera. But you can tell I'm like so stiff. I'm so like I have like no emotion in my face or anything, and I'm just kind of like sitting there.
Yeah, well, even at 22, I think the first time you do anything that's new, and especially in a profession that you're just entering into,
Yeah.
I think you're allowed to have the butterflies and have the nerves. I mean, I think you're all right with that. I mean, I think it's normal. And the good thing is that you had a professional photographer taking care of you, more than just a friend or someone who says that they're professional and they're still using a snapshot, a one step,
Right.
um,
Yeah.
yeah, so I mean, and also I think it probably really helped too that it was a woman doing it. Probably put you
That.
at ease a lot
Yeah.
too.
And especially because like she was my friend, so it's like she was my friend first before anything. So she actually brought a model with her to kind of show me like show me the reins, kind of like, okay, so this is what you're gonna do. We're gonna um shoot with her first, and then you're going to not emulate what she does because you don't want to be the same person as her, but you're going to like do some of the poses she did, and then we're going to work with some of your looks and stuff like that. So it really like I got a taste of what it was like, and once I got that taste I was hooked. Like I was like I need to do another shoot.
Now, what did your mom think? I mean, would you tell your mom that you were doing this, and was she pretty supportive with you still doing it?
She was a little like weary about it because I mean because of what happened like when I was like 15. She was like, is it any money? I was like, no, it's not. It's just my friend. Like it's not, I'm not paying her or anything. It was just for, of course, like I paid her like afterwards when we actually did shoots. um
Sure.
yeah, but because we did a lot of shoots from like 2011 to, I can't remember the last time I shot with her. It was a while ago. But yeah, and she's killing it. She is doing so well in her wedding photography. Um
Wow.
yeah.
That's a high stress job.
Yeah.
I dare say wedding photography is probably equal to fashion photography because it's so high pressure. See, Stephen has a question for you, and I said he
Sure.
could ask it. Someone asked me for one of the most people I talk about a lot on Facebook. I mentioned Kate as top two. How does she feel about that? Well, the good press agent, you know who his favorite client is? You know who your favorite client is, Stephen? The favorite is the one you're currently pushing. And he pushes a lot.
Yeah. Yep. He does
Okay.
a lot.
Yes, he does. Let's see, who's one of the most people you talk to a lot on the phone? I mentioned Kate, as I do talk to her on Messenger, which is
Mhm.
off the phone. So yes, yeah, the most famous. Okay, and now he's pushing you. He's definitely, yeah, he really hyped it up. He got us together for this show. So glad that he did. I was so tickled just to go back and look at some of your covers. You're spicy. There's
Yeah, I'm
we're going to talk about that too. But I saw some of the covers. I'm going like, oh, hey, hey. I wonder if I can we get a poster sent? The Cheetah wanted to know if I can get a poster sent his way. Um, super sweet, super cool posters. I mean covers, super. And obviously getting covers for magazine is it's an
yeah.
honor. It's an
It
honor. It
I
really is. Still today.
no matter like I'm so humble, like when it comes to like getting like even if I've been doing this for like 12 years, like on and off, like every time I get a cover, I'm like, oh my God, like this is such a big deal. Thank you so much. And my last cover was so cool. I'm kind of like so you mentioned the whole like spicy thing. I'm kind of I don't want to say I'm like getting rid of that whole genre, but I will say that I'm kind of like gravitating more towards like horror, more towards like things that I actually know I'm like good at. Like I'm really good at looking creepy. So I like to look like creepy and I it was a Sinister magazine. Um and she was great. I mean, she messaged me and she was like, "Hey, you got the cover." And I was like, "Oh, what?" I was like, I didn't even want the cover. It's not that I didn't want it. It's just that I just wanted to be in the magazine. I didn't even think I was going to get a cover. But yeah, so it was like a whole spread. It was the cover and then she asked me like a bunch of questions and I was like, "This is so cool." It's been cuz it was a while. Like I took like a hiatus and to jump back into that and immediately get a cover, I was like, yeah, let's go.
That's not normal though, is it, Kate? That doesn't really happen. I mean, how long were you out of this out of the business for?
it's not that I was it's not that I was ever out. Like I just go through like phases in my life. Like I'm in college, so it's kind of hard sometimes to like study and plus like your mental health is so important. I always push that like mental health before anything. And if my mental health is not okay, I will not do shoots.
Yeah, modeling is brutal for that. I've
Yeah.
talked to a few models on here. One lady was a very well known model, and I said, well, she was over in Japan, and I said, well, what was it like? How how did you survive? She goes, uh, 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 coffee and cigarettes, and she's
Yeah.
not really a smoker, but that's what she survived on. It's like I smoked and I drank coffee, and I was just like, oh my god, they're still doing that shit. And they're still, the people are on models for their weight, like we already saw that when you were 15.
Mhm.
You're short. Well, who cares? That's what you have photographers for, to make to show what I'm wearing. You don't need to show my height. I could never understand that.
Yeah.
um who cares? But I thought that went away with the supermodel era. But
Yeah.
but the mental health of it, because I mean modeling is brutal. You got to
Oh
watch
my
your weight. You
god.
got to watch what you got to watch what you eat. You got to watch your weight. You got to you got to be available. You got to be
Yep.
you got to be it's just so many things. You got to be ready to move fast. You can't, if you don't, you lose your spot.
Yeah.
And it's just really rough. So let's go back to your first shoot.
Oh
You're with
boy.
your friend. You're getting, and this is for your headshot, right? This is to build your portfolio, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was like yeah, I mean, I had my headshot. She got a really good like shot of that. I was so not used to it. She was like, "I'm going to get your headshot." I'm like, "You're going to get my what?" She was like, "I'm going to get your headshot." And I was like, "Okay, whatever that is." And so she got it. It was I liked it a lot. And she was like, "And so I'll send you the rest." And I ended up liking like all of them. And I was like, "Thank you so much. You're so sweet for doing this for me." Because she really wanted me to become a model. So she was like, like if you're not comfortable, you're not comfortable. But if you end up liking it, we're shooting again. And I was like,
Right,
yeah, for sure.
right. Now, was she able to, with your portfolio, was she able to move it to any of her friends? I mean, photographers, they're just as powerful as agents,
Yep.
as some of the booking agencies. They're just as powerful as the agents are. You go to Ford or Wilhelma or whatever,
Right.
you're not dealing with just only the agents.
Yep.
You're not saying, well, I don't know if I want to use her, or whatnot. The photographer could come up there and say, "You don't like her? I do. We're
Yeah, I'll
using her,"
take her. Yeah. Yep.
and that's the end of it. Photographers are king, in that. Well, until you become a cover model, and then you do have a lot of flexibility, right? I mean, once you start gaining that notoriety, and people are asking for you on the cover of the magazines because you're selling. I
Yep.
mean, the picture of the magazine is selling. You're selling everything in that magazine:
Mhm.
cosmetics, travel, clothes, food, vitamins, everything in that magazine's selling. You're presenting it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, wow, that's a lot of responsibility, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And that's why it's such an honor, because you're having this owner of a magazine look through all of these other candidates, and then they pick you. And you're like, wow, that's such an honor, because you either liked my look, you liked my style, you liked me, because she didn't know me as a person. She just knew, she was like, you're talented, you're good at what you do, and I really liked your shoot. And it wasn't all me. I always, always, always give my photographers so much credit, because their editing is insane. And especially with this shoot was it had like Evil Dead vibes, and like I love that. I love horror. I'm like, that's just how I am. And we really pulled it off. Like, we really did. He like blacked my eyes out. Like, it was great, and it got a lot of reach, and I was like, that's
Mm.
exactly what I wanted.
And the size doesn't really matter there either.
No. Nope.
Absolutely, absolutely not.
Nope.
Now, I guess the one question that I'm going to ask right now is, do you cosplay as well now? I mean, because that seems to be the natural step for you. Are you going to get into that cosplay and also modeling?
So I wouldn't even call it cosplay, because I only did like one thing. I dressed up as Harley Quinn one time, and I did do a shoot. This person that I did a shoot with, I no longer talk to, but it was really good. Like, he was extremely talented. I still have the pictures somewhere. I had like a machete. It was really cool. My friend at the time did my makeup, and it was fun. So I technically did like cosplay one time, and I liked it. It's just so expensive. It's so expensive. There's a lot to put, like, there's just a lot of puzzle pieces, and then sometimes it doesn't end up working well, and you get all of these, like, right now, take this for instance. I wanted to do my own, I wouldn't say cosplay, because when I think cosplay, I think like down to like the detail. So this wasn't like down to the detail of that person. This was I love Diablo, the video game.
Hmm.
And Lilith was a huge component in that video game. She was the biggest part of it. And I really wanted to do a Lilith cosplay. It wasn't a cosplay, but it was more like my twist on her. And I still have the wings. I'm looking at them right now. I still have the wings. I have the horns, and I just never did it because of my health. And so
Are you
sometimes
your health, your mental health, or your physical health?
both. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now, are you still battling physical health right now? Does that has anything to do with modeling, or is that just part of
Yeah.
life?
I mean, that's for life. It's chronic illness. And it really affects my modeling, because I will have people hit me up. I constantly have photographers hit me up like, hey, let's do a shoot. Let's do like trade for trade. And I'm like, yeah, like, okay, let's talk about it. But I can't guarantee because I don't know what my health is going to be like. And it's so frustrating because I have so many ideas up here that I want to bring to life that I can't because of my health.
Are you allergic to, if you don't mind me asking, are you like allergic to the clothes or the materials that you wear? Or that part of it?
No, it's like seizures, heart problems. So it's I've POTS. It's
Oh, I
postural
know.
orthopedic
Yeah,
tachycardia syndrome. So
yeah.
I
You have a
sometimes
you
feel
have a
like
port. You have your port up here.
no, I don't have a port, thankfully. It's not that bad. But I will like pass out,
Yeah.
and you can't do that at a shoot. You know what I mean? Like I
Well,
had my friend, my very good friend Devin. He it's a Looking Glass Boudoir. He's a very good friend of mine, and one of our last shoots, this was right before I took a hiatus because I'm on a hiatus right now. And this was literally the shoot that put me on that hiatus. I had a seizure at his house, and I was like, we gotta stop. Like, because with my seizures I can like kind of talk, but it's
yeah.
I'm not here. Like I'm not there. I'm like, hey, like I can't keep pushing myself. So we got some awesome pictures, but I had to stop. And that was when I really sat down and I was like, I don't think I can do this right now. I don't think I can model right now.
Yeah, we have a young actress who we spoke to, and she has POTS, and she has some of the same problems you do, and she has a port in
Yeah.
her, and when she also models as well. I love her. I think I'm going to shout her out here too because I think she's utterly fearless. That's Meredith Moeller. She's an actress out of Mississippi, and she's not she shows her port in her pictures. She doesn't hide it.
Yep.
I just love that about her so much. I just think she's brave as hell and she's fearless, and I adore her. And yeah, I know what you're suffering through. It's not good,
No.
and that can be really hard because and that it probably cost you some jobs as well, hasn't it?
It has. Yeah. Because I never know if I'm going to be okay. Like the next day, I can't. It's very hard for me to plan things out because photographers are like, all right, so what are you doing next month? And I'm like, I don't even know how I'm going to feel tomorrow. Like it's terrible.
Now, are you afraid? Are you afraid that that's gonna a lot of photographers, just like anybody else. I mean, they want to use you, but if they can't, and they're not. There's no assurance that you could work. They're going to move on down to the next one, and then those phone calls are going to start becoming less and less. Is that a
Yeah.
concern for you? Have you talked to your doctors and tell them that, hey, I I make part of my living off this my face here. What can we do to what can we do to accommodate me so I'm able to get out there and work? Have you considered having a port put in to help you with medication so you can
Um,
keep working?
no, because so I mean I've lost a lot of weight because of this because it's really bad, but
Yeah,
it's not to the point where I need a port. I'm hoping not at any time soon or at all, but I am on meds. The amount of tests I've gone through last year, I literally have like a stack of like papers from the tests, from the diagnosis, from everything. Because it's not like I just have POTS. I have so many other things going on, and
Well, remember what the S stands for in POTS syndrome,
yeah,
which means that they don't know what it is. They don't know what causes it.
right,
So
yep,
it's hard to plan anything. It's hard to come up
exactly,
with a full blown treatment plan because they don't know enough of it. I mean, they can give you medications and everything else, but Steve was asking you if you consider going into acting. Um, to me, I think acting or cosplay would probably take a will probably be a little bit easier for you, in a sense, because you don't have to walk that, you don't, because stress triggers your condition, I'm sure, right? I mean, well,
Yeah.
I mean, you remember the first time you experienced it while you're modeling? Did you faint or just pass out or?
So what I have to do is like because of my seizures, I have to take a Valium, and it takes like a little while. It takes probably about like a half an hour for the Valium to kick in,
Mhm.
and anything can happen in that half an hour. Like I could go into a straight grand mal, or I could, like it's just so scary. So I told, and Devin was so, oh my God, he is such a good person. He was like, let's just stop doing this. Like, you're going to lay on my bed, you're going to take your medicine, and we're just going to stop. We are going to stop. We're going to watch horror movies for the rest of the day.
Oh,
And we're just going to chill. And we just chilled for the next like 2 hours. And I mean, because we're friends too. It's not like he's just a photographer for me. He's a really good friend. So I was like, I couldn't thank him enough. I was
now,
like,
have you lost jobs because of it? Because I mean, most professional shoots, they're gonna want insurance. They're gonna be able to put you on their insurance for the shoot. You're like,
"Mm,
to protect themselves. I mean, and then you tell them you have this chronic illness. Have any of them looked at you and said, "Well, we'd love to use you, but because of this, we can't. There's no guarantee that you're going to make it through
yeah,
to your shoot, and then the insurance is there, and it's like, that's too bad. That's too bad. That's really sucks."
I actually,
But I like the idea of cosplay though for you though. That's a
mm,
lot less stressful, I would think.
it's it's the fact that I'm on like, okay, so I don't have a job because I can't work in this condition. Um, so I don't have the money for it because cosplaying is so expensive. And I if I'm gonna cosplay something, I'm gonna do it right. Like I'm not gonna half-ass it. Like that's not who I am. I'm gonna put my all into it. So I I'm just looking at the costume I have over here. The one that I bought last year to do the Lilith cosplay, to do like my own spin on it. And I spent so much money on it, and it's just sitting here. And because I've lost so much weight, it doesn't even fit me anymore. So it's so frustrating, and it's also so depressing because like I have lost jobs. I was asked to do like a band shoot, like to be like in a music video, and like signed a contract, signed everything like that, and I got sick. They completely understood. It's not like they didn't understand or anything like that, but I really wanted to be like in this video. They're no longer a band, unfortunately, but because I'm a metalhead. I'm such a like a metalhead girl. Yeah, that's just who I am. That's who I am. I have sleep token on my, yeah. So I was so sad, and
Uh,
I lost that gig, and it's crappy. It's a crappy
Yeah,
feeling.
it's a quandary. It's a real quandary. This is taking us places where I didn't expect to go tonight, but I'm glad
Yeah,
that it is because no, I'm glad that it is because I think it's important to talk about.
yeah,
Like I said, I've we talked to Meredith. She was open and honest about it.
mhm,
And it's a terrible chronic illness. It's terrible.
yeah,
And I'm sorry it has affected you so badly. It sucks. Um, but obviously it hasn't affected you all the way because you've done a lot of covers, you've done a lot of work.
yeah.
Um, and Stephen wants to know. What kind of horror movies do you like?
Oh man. So
Do you like Hereditary?
Hereditary was good. Um,
Okay, this
I don't
interview
want
is
to like
over.
I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but like I like for anyone who didn't watch it, I don't want to spoil it, but like the oh man, the noise that she made with like her mouth just like creeped me out. Like I kept like hearing it afterwards, and I'm like, but, like it was just like in my head. I was like, oh, but
Now, let me ask this question to the chat here. What do me and the cheetah think about Hereditary? Well, that'll be entertaining. Um, yeah. See, Star Lord says that he's metal at heart too. Hell yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Star Lord says he loves anything though. Yeah, anything music wise. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I like metal. I've seen my fair share of metal bands for sure. Oh yeah, I've seen my fair share. Hundreds of bands. Yeah, I worked in the business for 10 years in California.
wow, that's
Uh,
awesome.
Larry's saying it's all about the metal.
It really is. It really is just.
What kind of metal bands do you like listen to?
Uh, I'm pretty like I'm not really like mainstream, I would say, but I'm like mainstream metal, like metalcore.
Okay.
So Sleep Token, Bad Omens, and then you go into deathcore, so Lorna Shore, um, Humanity's Last Breath. I like heavy. I like really heavy. That's what I like.
Now, how hard is it? How hard is it? Now, here's the true test here.
Mhm.
How hard is it for you to go to a concert, hear that first thump of the bass and the first hit of the hi-hat?
Mhm.
How hard is it for you? Like if you and I went and saw Slayer,
Mhm.
how hard would it be for you to sit there and just watch without jumping into the pit and going round and round and round?
So I don't do pits anymore because of, like my condition, but I used to be oh my god, I would just jump into the pit going crazy, but I cannot physically go to a metal show and just stand there and just
Yeah.
be like,
Yeah, you
no.
find yourself getting closer to the edge, and then you finally say, you know what? Screw it, I'm going. And then they just jump in the pit, and then next thing you know, and that's the end of it. That's the end of Kate. We're not gonna see her till like another hour and a half.
Bye.
Look for Kate. Look for Kate's hair.
Yeah. Oh my god, there was
There's Kate on the stage. She's doing a stage dive. Go, Kate, go. What was your first concert you went to?
oh my god. So like I'm not gonna go into like when I was like smaller because that wasn't the music that I liked because that was the music that my mom dragged me to.
So in
Um
other words, no one sync or Backstreet Boys, right?
oh my god, no, of course, in sync. In sync. But
Oh,
like
it was in sync.
yeah,
I'm lucky guess.
yep. But as for like metal, it wasn't metal. Like I was probably 15 when I went to go see Taking Back Sunday. And I went with my mom. And so like we got the pit because I didn't think there was a pit in Taking Back Sunday. I was like, why is there a pit here? This is literally like not metal. And so like someone like punched me in the face and my mom got so mad and punched them back. And I was just like, here we go.
How many people in the chat want to meet Kate's mom? Because I sure do. Your mom sounds so badass.
Oh, she is. She really is.
See, people are throwing out their favorite metal bands right here. See, Steven says he grew up with metal, 80s, 90s, Bon Jovi, Kiss, Skid Row.
Yeah.
Horror Dad mentions Phil Collins and Genesis. Steven mentioned Poison, Alice Cooper. And Star Lord says has to resonate with me. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna show off my metal roots right here because I think Queensryche was badass. I'll fight anybody says different. Let's see. See, yeah, it's got to feel. Oh my god. Okay, so have you seen Motley Crue recently?
Oh, I don't even want to. Oh my god.
Have you seen some of the videos? Have you seen some of the videos for the Motley Crue shows?
So I laugh every time. All right, so it's become a meme. It's
Yeah.
literally so like in this house, it's become a meme to watch the Motley Crue videos and then have like the I can't have the actual like the lyrics that people think that they're saying go across the screen. Oh, I cry.
Oh my! I truly don't understand how anybody is paying money to see that. I mean, I thought I was just there watching and going like, what the hell? I
I
mean,
was laughing so hard.
Vince looks like a beach ball. Uh, Larry's throwing some old school down there with some Fear Factory. Hell yeah! How about Fear
Oh,
instead? How about just Fear? Let's see. See, Steven met Nikki Six.
oh
Yeah,
wow.
6 a.m. Man, that's a great band. 6 a.m. I'm down with that. I'm down with that. That's a great band. Okay, mention throw out some more. Throw out some more metal bands. Let's see, Bulwark. Now that one I have not seen. Soil work. I have not seen that one, but I looks like I'll be going over to Spotify as soon as this is over.
Oh.
I still got to get into music. I've been trying to get into it because I've been doing a showcase of some of the bands that I'm trying to get some bands to come onto the show
Oh,
because trying
cool.
to bring more music into it.
Yeah.
Now, do you yourself sing? Are you able to sing?
Okay, so this was extreme. When I say recent, I mean like 2 weeks ago. So I go on Twitter a lot. Like I just like it's like a place for like music for me. I look up like certain bands and my like the bands that I like are constantly posting on Twitter. So this band that I like, Bad Omens, they actually just recently, I don't know if you've ever heard of Poppy. She is I wouldn't say metal. I'm not even sure her genre, but anyway, they collabed with her and I did a cover of their newest song with her and I was like, mind you, I do not do this. Like this is not like this is very very new for me. Like it just talking like live like I would never have done this like a year ago. But I've just been coming like so old that like I feel so old and I'm like I need to get myself out there.
Uh,
So I did a cover on like and I put it on Twitter and people are like you can sing and I'm like I have gone almost 33 years thinking that I couldn't sing and I can sing. What? And so it's kind of just new to me um because I still think that I can't sing and people are like, "No, Kate, you can sing." And I'm just like, this is very new territory to me. So I don't know, but I actually might start trying to do covers of songs.
Nothing wrong with that.
See
Nothing
where
wrong
it
with that.
goes. I don't know.
Just don't put them on YouTube because the YouTube's really picky about
Oh
that stuff.
yeah. Yep. So is
Twitter and Instagram's a little bit better, but
yeah,
YouTube, yeah. Why not? Why not? I mean, you know what? I mean, try anything, right?
exactly.
You mentioned you're going to school. What school are you going to, and what are you studying?
So I'm going to UMass Dartmouth. It's in Dartmouth, Massachusetts. And unfortunately, um back when I picked my major, the major that I wanted because I don't go to school. I'm online. So I'm an online student and the major that I wanted for some reason they were like, "Oh, we don't offer psychology online." And I was like, "What?" And they were like, "You have to pick something else or you have to come to school." And going to school isn't an option for me because of my health. So I was like, I guess I'm picking something else. So I went into it wanting to do psychology and I'm just ended up doing liberal arts, which is unfortunate, but
It's
yeah.
okay. You're gonna get your degree soon.
3 semesters. So
Oh my God.
next year.
Yeah, yeah. You'll crush that. You'll crush that. How have you liked school?
I don't like school. um I don't like school, but I try to do my best. Like I've been on the dean's list, I've been on the chancellor's list. Um
That's pretty good for someone who doesn't like school.
yeah, I know. Yeah, my GPA isn't bad at all. And if like I were to graduate, I think I would graduate. Uh, I'm not sure what the term like. I'm not sure how to pronounce this. I think it's like cum laude or something.
Yeah, first or second in your class.
No, it's basically like, so you obviously know that the cap, they like the cap and gown they give you when they give it to you, they have it like the little tassel.
Right.
And so if you graduate like cum laude or magna cum laude, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. You get a certain tassel, and it basically means that you graduated with like a really good GPA.
Okay.
And so I think it's cum laude, magna cum laude, and then summa cum laude. And right now, if I were to graduate, I would graduate magna cum laude. So
Okay.
it would be like the second
Second in class.
to the, yeah, no, it would be like, it would be a step down from the best. So I'm not bad at school, but I don't like it.
Now, do you have to go in and take tests and whatnot? I mean, no. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I just take everything. It's online. So sometimes it's Zoom. So sometimes it's like this, like with my teacher. Especially because right now I'm doing Spanish and I do not like learning a foreign language. I'm having such a hard time with it. So I have a Spanish tutor, and it's basically just like this. We just talk every week for like half an hour, and
Right.
it's not like I've only been to the school once, like physically, like once.
That's not bad. I mean, considering you have finals and everything else, I know a lot of times
Yeah.
they want you to go there to take the class, they take the final, and physically. So that's
Yeah.
good. Good. Yeah, the only Spanish words I know are probably Taco Bell, burrito, burrito. That's probably about it for me. Uh, Chalupa, please. All right. Uh,
Yeah.
Chalupa. All right. Let's see. Let's see. People are still mentioning music. Asking Alexandria, State
Oh
of
yeah.
Mind.
Yep.
Oh, I also like anti Nightcore versions. Sometimes I edit them to speed it up. Oh my gosh. I'd like to see Star-Lord speed up Tool. I'd like to see if he could do that. That's asking for a lot though. You ever seen Tool?
I've never seen them, but
Bring the
I
pillow.
I know their music. My fiance is more of a Tool fan than I am.
Hmm.
I like such like I'm so precise with my metal. Um I guess you could call me like a genre snob. It's just like it's not like I don't like it's not like I don't like it, like Tool or like anything like 80s or like whatever like that, but I'm so like modern. Um I just prefer like modern, either deathcore, modern, progressive metal, modern. Just
What
like
would you? Because I just stumbled across this band. This tells you how old I am. I just stumbled across for the first time Ghost, and I went, wow, that's pretty cool. I like their songs. I said I've seen it before. It's not what they're doing isn't exactly new, but I like it.
yeah,
It's pretty interesting. But I don't know if that's considered goth or goth pop or whatever it is. Pretty cool though. I mean
I
the
yeah.
stories and the conceptual albums is
Mhm.
it's really important for you when you're on a shoot. I mean, do you get to pick your own music to shoot by? For when you model.
It
Are
actually
you
depends on the photographer. So there are a lot of photographers like, yeah, like go ahead, shoot, because like you're gonna get the reaction that you want out of me, because like I like I like what we're listening to, so you're gonna get the right reaction out of me. Sometimes they put on they put on like Excision. I don't mind Excision. I actually really like Excision. Excision is like dubstep, like heavy dubstep, and I like that. So like I've been to a shoot where they put on like classical music and I could not get into it. Like I was so like
Like
distracted.
classical, like classical, like Bach and
Yeah,
Beethoven.
yeah.
Mm.
I was
I
so
was
like
gonna
just
say, I was gonna ask you, like when you play the music on a shoot, don't you have to be careful? Like you can't put too much bass around because that affects you. That would affect you physically. Like I know I wouldn't put bass on in a car with you. I wouldn't do
oh,
that. I'd be too scared to do that because that vibrates.
yeah, but I mean like so I can even go to shows. Like I can go to concerts and stuff. I just have to have my earplugs in.
Right.
So like I mean that is loud. Like shows are really loud.
Yeah.
So my fiance or my friends, like I'll be in the car with them and I have no problem just jamming out. Like it doesn't bother me and I love like heavy music. So like I love jamming out. I love when they crank it all the way. So like I'm the only time like the only issue I would ever have is just being at a show and not having my earplugs because like then I would probably have a seizure. But
See, more music coming through here. See. I also like the. Not sure if Kate knows. Christina Sabia has Twitch. She actually streams. She's one of the lead singers of the goth metal band Luna Coil. The Luna
oh,
Coil.
okay.
Man, oh, they're still around. Man, they've been around forever and a day. So KMFDM, kill motherfucking Depeche Mode. I mentioned Kate once as well to her. See, Star Lord says Taco Bell for the win. Hell yeah.
Oh
See,
yeah.
Larry says Icona Coil used to be one of my favorites. Stephen met Christina ages ago when they toured with Type O. That's right.
Oh my god.
Back when I did a show with Type O. Yes. Yeah. Let's see. Mastodon is really good as well. I've heard that. I heard Mastodon is supposed to be badass. See, Star Lord says he could do more than speed them up. Tool. Oh God, Tool puts me to sleep. Oh my God, it put me to sleep. I don't understand how people like that.
I don't
I
like
really
it.
don't.
I didn't
You know, dude, you're in trouble, Maynard. When you look over your drummer's like. Your pits aren't pits. They're people running around looking for a place to fall asleep at. See, Steven mentioned his first ghost song was the one from Halloween Kills. See, there's Ghost on the Moon. Yeah, Ghost is a Swedish band. Yes,
Mhm.
not the Ghost doesn't catch my attention. Seems more gimmick, but that's just me.
Yeah.
Yes, he's pretty poppy.
Yeah. I mean Ghost is definitely a gimmick, but so is Sleep Token. Sleep Token are they're British, they're English, so like they have masks just like Ghost, and they are a gimmick, but I mean I mean unfortunately Slipknot kind of sucks now, but if you look at Slipknot back then, masks are a huge thing with metal.
Yeah, back when Slipknot was a thing, they wore masks all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're talking music, we're talking modeling. So let's go to your first. Let's go to your first cover shoot, and then I'm going to ask you about the first time you had to sort of get sassy. And
Mm.
sassy means a little bit risque. Like I saw the one picture of you on the cover, I was like, yeah, that's pretty interesting. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. Uh, but obviously that came on later on in your career, right? When you were more
Yep.
comfortable and you got the hand pick. Do you actually get the hand pick your photographers sometimes? I mean, or a professional shoot, are you totally at the mercy of the magazine?
I mean it really it so when it comes to like the magazine that I've been in, I've been able to pick my photographers. Basically what we do is we're like, hey, I hit them up or they hit me up and they're like, do you want to go for a cover shoot or do you want to try to get in this magazine? And I'm like, hell yeah. And so we try to get in the magazine and then they will decide if we got in the magazine or not and they will give the photographer credit.
Okay.
So yeah.
When you mentioned something too, when you mentioned they come to you,
Yep.
when they come to you to shoot,
Yep.
is that the difference between that means when they come to you, that means you're getting paid for this. right? I mean, you're getting paid for this. I heard you mention earlier trade for trade, but I'm thinking with someone with your experience, that's over with. Now you're a professional. It's like,
Nope.
really?
Nope. It doesn't matter how many years, it doesn't matter how many magazine covers I have. It doesn't matter. It's always, I think I've been paid once in the 13 years I've been doing this.
That's you need a manager. You need
Yeah.
Steven, learn to become a fashion model of a press agent. Um, yeah, I'll have to send
Yeah.
you. We'll send you to New York, buddy.
Yeah,
Wow.
I mean,
So only one time that you
yeah.
actually. How does that work? It doesn't make any sense to me. Um, to me, it should be at least points. Like, okay, I will shoot. I will do a cover for you. I
Mhm.
will do it. But if you sell more than 1,000 units of it, or get 10,000 views on it and digitally, you start paying me because you're like I said before, a cover is the most important. You're
Mhm.
selling everything in
Yeah.
that magazine. So
Yeah.
now is that because you don't have representation? And how important is it that your mom needs to be your agent? What am I talking about?
Yeah, she'd like knock some heads together.
Get Kate's mom on the phone now. Uh, um, yeah, how does that? It doesn't make sense to me. Is that because of the? Is that because? I mean, to me, it's like to me, it seems like the models would hold the power now because magazines are no longer out there. They're now it's just hey, you want somebody hot and you want somebody that's well known. Um, how do you work on your social media? Are you? I mean, because I typed in your name and I googled your name and I saw a lot of the pictures. I saw that. I didn't see nearly as much of a footprint like I thought I would. But like you said, I mean that's because it's up and down. Um,
Yeah.
how important is social media to you at this point in your career? Are you going to start working harder to make your name? Because you mentioned too that this is like the first time you've done something like this. I
Yeah.
didn't know that. I didn't know that. I thought you had been a veteran of this. Not that I'm complaining.
Yeah. Uh, I mean, I've done interviews, but they've never been live. They've never been
In print.
like this. It's always been like written. So
Right.
like yeah, so it'll be like in magazines, and my interviews will be in magazines, and they'll come with the cover, or they'll come with like even if I don't get a cover, they'll come with like a little spread, and then it'll be like a page or a couple pages, and so I have done interviews. Like I've definitely been asked to do interviews, but I've never done anything like this.
Yeah.
And I
Talking
think
talking about all sorts of things, right?
yeah, yep,
Hey, Scottish Geek Guy, welcome, sir. Welcome in. We are talking to model, and I think it's safe to say burgeoning cosplay player. I think it's going to happen in the future. Kait Estrella. I think so.
I'm
Um,
gonna
I,
try.
I I gotta ask this too because everybody's asking me. But what kind of horror movies other than Hereditary do you like? Where's
Uh,
some
my God, so many. So my top favorite is Exorcist. You got to go with the classic. Um, and then I really, really love the Conjuring series. I'm such a big paranormal fan. So the Conjuring series, like any, like The Nun, you have like Annabelle, you have any of this. I actually went to, sorry to like go off on a tangent, but I actually went to like a Paracon at Mohegan, and like I was able to be in the same room as Annabelle the doll. I didn't go near her because like I'm terrified of that, and I actually like believe in that. So
Mhm.
but it was so cool to be able to be in the same room like as her, and be in the same room as the son-in-law of Ed and Lorraine Warren, the people who inspired The Conjuring.
Yeah, I'm a big supernatural horror fan myself. That's my preference as well.
Yep, me
So
too.
I like the Conjuring series. I like the Insidious series.
Yes, that's another one I was gonna mention.
Yep.
Yep.
I like A Dark Song. I like The Devil's Doorway.
Yes.
Those are my cup of tea.
Yep.
Let's see. Star Lord says he wouldn't go inside that room with Annabelle. You know what? I'm not surprised by that by people feeling that way.
Yeah.
Let's see. James Wan seems to have a pulse of what makes an American scared.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
though not so much with Night Swim though. Night Swim didn't scare much.
I didn't see it yet. I kind of wanted to, but like at the same time, I was like, I feel like this is gonna be so cheesy.
Uh-huh. PG-13 Bloomhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Probably two strikes right there. You know,
Yep.
that's two strikes right there. It's like Bloomhouse PG-13. No, now Bloomhouse rated R.
Yeah.
I'm probably in for that. But
Yeah.
PG Bloomhouse, nah, I'm gonna wait on that.
Yep. Yep.
Uh,
Did you see it?
no, I'm gonna wait on that. I'm gonna
Oh, okay,
wait.
you are.
I'm gonna
You
see.
are waiting on it. Okay.
I'm gonna see if it comes out on the when it comes on physical. Hopefully, my library will get it, and then I'll watch it there. But no, most of the time I watch a lot of independent stuff. Like
Okay.
I watch a lot of IFC Midnight, IFC, Dark Skies, that sort of thing. Just those are my cup of tea. I know, but I'm with you. I'm with the classics too, though. I like Friday the 13th. I like,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is that your favorite of the classics?
No, my favorite of the classics is Exorcist.
Yeah.
Hands down. Hands down. That is
Exorcist is still powerful
it
today.
is. It literally like it just paved the way for horror movies. It was such a I don't want to say, I mean, I could say like breath of fresh air technically, because even though it was like terrifying for the people back in the 70s and 80s, but like it just paved the way for the modern horror that you see today, like especially like the possession movies, like,
Okay.
oh yeah, big time.
Now, if you could do a model, if you could make up as let's do three. If you could make up as three horror icons, someone says, "I'm going to come over. We're gonna make you up as these three horror icons." Who would you pick, male or female, and why?
Oh man, that's tough. So I would definitely pick Regan
Yeah,
because I would love.
with or without the soup.
Oh no, with
Okay,
um definitely like just like I don't know, like running down my
yeah,
shirt or something.
but no crucifix, no crucifix.
No crucifix.
Okay, no,
No.
that's forbidden.
Yeah,
Okay,
that part is just
yeah.
that's,
No crucifix. No,
that's another level. No.
no. Yeah, that's way beyond my pay grade. So so definitely with a split beef soup though. I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Um,
Regan would be one.
I think I would pick. It's so funny because this is a male, but I think I would pick Ash from the Evil Dead.
Okay,
And I would pick him with with the chainsaw. Um,
okay,
yeah, so
yeah.
that would
He knows Ash wouldn't do the crucifix scene.
no, no. Ash would definitely not.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, I'll be like, you might think about twice before you do that, Ash.
yeah. Um, and then oh man, the third. All right, so the third one.
Yeah, see, you got
No,
some good
I got
options.
it. I got it. Okay, so
Okay.
this is I don't want to spoil anything, but I mean it's been out for a while. It's been out since last year. So if you snooze, you lose. So
That's right. That's right.
but the mother of I actually wanted to do a cosplay of this and I still might. So
Okay.
that might be coming because I need to find like a makeup artist for it because she would really need to because I would need to like sell this. I would need to get like a wig and everything. Um
Where are you based at?
Westport, Massachusetts.
There's some people out there. Yeah, there's some people out there.
There are, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I know really like talented people anyway, so I could probably just like ask them and be like, hey, like, I'll throw you some money if you do this, like,
Mhm.
um,
Sure.
but so the mother of the newest Evil Dead, she killed it. Oh my god, I can't remember her name because I have a horrible memory,
You
but
talking about Evil Dead Rises?
yes, she was so creepy, and I would love to do a cosplay of her. Like, she was so good. I really think she should have gotten an award for that, like the actress. I really do, because she scared the crap out of me, and it's very hard to scare me because I'm a horror fanatic. So
So, what's the last movie that did scare you besides that one?
that's actually a really hard question. Probably just that one.
Steven says the mother in Evil Dead Rises was Alyssa Sutherland.
Yes. Yep. Yep. Her. She was fantastic. She was so good. She literally made the movie. She was so good.
Steven has a serious question. Let's see. Let's see. A serious one. If someone approaches me looking for a innocent-looking final girl, can I pretty please with the cherry on top mention you? Uh, I guess as long as they show the cash, that's really what it is, right? It's like, if they, yeah, it's time for you to get paid for your skills. I gotta say that. Yeah, if they want to pay her to fly down there and do a shoot, by all means. And that's what you needed. That's what you need to be able to tell those people. Well, you have to even tell them that she'll do it for like 5 grand.
Oh my god.
Why not? You're cover girl. I can't understand that. I'm really actually perplexed at that. I'm sort of
Yeah.
bummed out by that for you because you really should be being paid for your skills. Now I guess the one question is as far as to being, to getting sassy. Now, how far does that go with you? Do have companies come up to you and offered you to do nudity? Has that been part of the hey, I can make you famous type of that type of
Yeah.
come on, or have you avoided that mostly? Because I know that one, like I said, the one cover, it's really risque. I mean, you got tape
Yeah.
on you, and it's like, uh, was
Yeah.
that hard? Was that hard to do, or were you comfortable enough in your own skin to do that?
Okay, so I will say I was in a different mindset at that time. Um I was very careless. I wasn't on medicine. It had a lot to do with like the way that I looked at my self image. I just thought I thought I was trash. So therefore had no I don't want to say that I had no morals, because
That's not true.
no, it's not true. And it's also not true for like other people that actually do this stuff. Like they model nude and stuff like that. I'm not saying that they have trash self-esteem. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that myself, I was in a different mindset. My mental health was crap. I was in a really crappy relationship. So basically, something that I wouldn't do today is what I did back then. So I would never do that today.
Yeah,
Um,
it was pretty risque. I was a little bit, I was
yeah,
like, okay, I was expecting more, like the fashion. I mean, it was sort of
yeah,
like punk rockish, though. Tell you the truth, it looked straight out punk, sort of industrial. A little bit more leather on. It would have been easily passed for goth or a punk rock. Um, but it looked great. I mean, you looked great in it. It was just something I wasn't expecting to see, and if that had been part of your growing as a model,
it
um,
was.
yeah.
It
So I
was.
mean, it's okay to be sassy, but you want to be in total control of it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't it's not that I don't like the photographer. I really like the photographer that I was working with. I worked with him so many times. He was a friend of mine. I'm not saying that he's not a friend. I just haven't talked to him in a really long time.
Mm.
And but for years, like, him and I did shoots together, and that was just a shoot. I was in a really bad headspace, and just thought, hey, why not? And now I look back and I'm like, oh my God, like, why?
I bet you did he sell the pictures to the company?
I have no idea.
I bet he got paid for that.
I don't know. I didn't. I didn't.
No.
So yeah, just like bad headspace, and yeah, it's just
Sure.
wasn't a good time.
What would you tell somebody now getting into the business? What would you tell them now? A 15-year-old you walked up to you today. Your 15-year-old self walked up to you today and say, "Kate, I want to get into this business." What would you tell them?
First thing I would say is, please be careful. Do your research.
Have a badass mom.
Have a badass mom. But I cannot stress this enough. I don't want to mention, I'm not going to mention anyone's name because this literally happened today. I found out that I was going to eventually be working with someone who has a criminal record and flew under the radar. And it's all over Facebook right now. And he would, I can't say, but let's just say we were going to be working together. Like, we had a contract. It wasn't a model agreement, but he was going to be doing videography for me. And this literally happened today. And all I can say to that little Kate, little 15-year-old girl that came up to me, or like if myself, I were to talk to them, please, please, please do your research. And even then, these people can just fly under the radar, and it is so, you have to be careful. Like, that is the number one thing. I completely get you want fame, you want power, you want
to be alive when you get it.
Yeah, exactly. You need to do your research. You need to ask people. Go around and say, hey, did you work with this person? How were they? And don't just ask one person, because this person could be doing this to just one person. Mm-hmm. So, it's terrible. And
but you go with your fiance, right? Every shoot, doesn't he go with you on every shoot?
No. I trust the people that I shoot with. I haven't shot with anyone new since like
today. It would have been him, right? Have you ever worked with this guy before?
No, I had never worked with him. We had talked before. And this was going to be happening in October. And today I actually canceled our agreement because everything that happened. And I don't think I'm going to be getting my money back, but it is what it is. In general.
Was he shooting headshots for you?
No, it wasn't a modeling thing.
Why? Okay. Why? Okay. I'm just curious. Why would you be paying him? Shouldn't he be paying you?
No, he was going to do videography for my wedding.
Oh, right. Okay. Oh, snap.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I believe me, I've been dealing with this all morning. Like, it's terrible. And I don't think I'm going to be getting my money back because he's going to jail. So.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, that's terrible.
That's
terrible.
All I can say,
sign contract. It's not your fault that he lied about it. You should get your money back.
I don't think I will because I don't even know if he'll like have his phone or what. I mean, I sent him a message, but I don't
That's
even want to talk to him. Honestly,
You
I
should have
want.
just you should have just said, hey, I'm so happy to meet you and this and go meet him and then take your fiance and a couple of friends and your mom and then go and get your money back.
Oh God, no! I don't even want to be around this person. They're dangerous.
Well, I mean, when's your wedding due?
It's
Congratulations.
my wedding is this Halloween.
Wow. That
Yeah,
you already set it up, right? It's gonna happen.
yeah.
Boy,
No, the wedding.
time
Yeah.
is gonna fly now. Time is gonna fly now.
Oh
You
yeah.
can,
Yep. Yep. It's counting.
it's only February. Oh yeah, October. It's January, February, October.
Literally, that's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen.
Congratulations
Thank,
on your upcoming marriage. That's awesome news.
thank
And
you.
I agree. I agree with that very much with you, Kate. I think people need to do due diligence on who they hire, who's going to be working with them. It's quite all right to do so. There's nothing wrong with typing their ass inside Google and see what comes up. You know,
And this guy, like, I did so much research on him, and I could not find anything. And he literally just flew right under my radar, and I was like, oh man. And I feel so bad for the people that actually worked for him, because the people that actually worked for him, actually a couple of them are my friends, and I feel they're like sick to their stomach right now, and I'm just like, it's not your fault. It's not your fault.
no, it isn't.
No.
No, the fact that you found out who he was, that's a credit to you.
Yeah.
People are saying that we need more Halloween weddings.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do.
Uh, Last question to you
Mhm.
before this. What's going to happen? What are you going to be doing next here? What is Kait Estrella going to be working on up to her wedding date? What are you going to be working on? You got anything coming up? Any calendars that we should know about? Any motorcycle shots? Any?
Um, like I said, I'm kind of steering away from the whole like risque nudity. The most I would ever do, and right now I'm in a really bad headspace with my weight, because my self-esteem. So anything that I do is going to be like horror. I'm going to be like covered up, and but I mean, it's still cool. It's still a shoot. I have a lot of things planned, but nothing set in stone. Um, I have a lot of ideas that I've been throwing out to my photographers who are also my friends. So they're like, yeah, let me just come down. Probably like, I don't know, whenever it starts to not be like freezing out. And
Was it freezing over there today?
it's cold. It's cold. It's in like the 30s, 20s.
Yeah, that's my fault. I'm sorry. The cheetah. If you look right above you, you'll see the cheetah. You see the small picture of the cheetah above you.
Yeah.
He's responsible for that. He's solar today in Michigan. He stole all the sunshine.
Oh.
You know how that goes, right? Yeah, he laid out there, stick all the sunshine. So that's the reason why that's why we had a cold snap.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a big cat. He's big. He's like he's solars. Kate, I can't tell you how absolutely charming this was meeting you. I'm so glad we did. It's so much fun. You're a great guest.
Thank
You're a
you.
natural at this. Yeah. You should get into podcasting.
I've actually been thinking of either doing podcasting or like streaming on Twitch.
You could stream here on YouTube as well. That's what
Yep.
we're doing. Either way, I think you'd be a natural at it.
Thank you.
And Stephen, thank you so much for setting this up. I appreciate it so
Yes.
much.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much, Stephen. You're so nice. Thank you so much.
he is very nice. Very nice. Thank you guys so much in the chat today. We were small, but we were very mighty today in the chat. I really do appreciate it. It's always fun to see the chat scroll. That means people are talking. I really do appreciate it so much. And we will be back tomorrow night. I do believe we will be talking with actor Brandon Crumb. And then Thursday, we are welcoming one of our very favorite screen queens to come in. The lovely and vivacious Morrigan Malam will be here. She is so adorable. She's so adorable. You should, yeah. See, she does that. She does the cosplay too. She's a horror actress.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, you can just. I mean, it's really fun. There's a lot of really talented people out there to network with. And
Yeah.
I want to. Steven, is it Morgan in back east? Oh my God, I want to say I know for sure there's there's several folks I know that work that live in the Boston area that are in the horror community.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll have to send you some contact names. Yeah, and let's see, stay away from haunted dolls. That's right, no
Oh my
Annabelle.
God. Yeah. Yep. Nope.
That's
I'm
right.
all set.
You might know. Okay, she said says you might remember Morgan. She was Morgan Thompson.
So you sent me actually like when you sent me the video to watch,
Yeah,
it was her.
yeah.
Yeah, it was her. It was I
I
watched the
adore her.
whole thing. I watched the whole thing. I was like, "Oh, she's so
Isn't,
sweet. She's so
isn't she?
pretty."
She is. She just got married. She just got
Oh,
married. Yes, she got married. Her husband's John's birthday's today, so we all shouted out, "Happy birthday, John!"
oh,
Uh, yeah, and then she'll be here on Thursday, and then we got her a little something from the last time we talked. So we got a little present for her, something her and John can enjoy together and
oh,
have
that's
fun
so
with.
nice.
Yeah, I mean she's a doll. And then of course Saturday night we will be talking to actor Corin Nemec from Parker Lewis Can't Lose, Stephen King's The Stand. Uh,
Wow.
yes, yes, he did the original Stand back in the 80s.
Yeah,
He did.
I'm
He played Harold.
I'm a big Stephen King fan.
So he played Harold in the original Stand. He also has appeared in Stargate SG-1 and a ton of other things, including several cool creature features on Sci-Fi Channel, which I absolutely love. And he will be here on Friday night at 8 o'clock, and that is going to be a lot of fun. And then that'll be it for the week. Um, Hopefully, we'll see you guys tomorrow night. Stay right where you're at, Kate. 1 second, and to everybody else, I'm going to say good night, and we will see. Oh, Boneyard tonight on Mr. Bones' channel. If you guys get over there, I'll be there a bit. I'll be there a little bit. I don't know what they're doing, but it's the Boneyard. You never know what you're going to get. But to everybody else, if not, I will see you tomorrow night. Thanks for watching, and be safe. Peace. Okay.